So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. A handoff to Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. So, Charles, you talk about this offense as we play here in Week 9 of the 2021 season. Normally, you're slipping kind of past the halfway point, but now with the season expanding to 17 games, you kind of think the teams might look up and say, gosh, we still have a lot of football left to go.
No doubt about it. Remember, they've had their open week already, so this could be a straight shot all the way from here on out. To me, the best coaches, they tell their teams, hey, I'll take care of you during the week. You just leave it all out there on game day, and I'll make sure you're ready for the next one.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. 23 yards the pickup there. Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw here into the hands of Moore. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. On 1st down, Mixon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They bring him down a sack back at the 16-yard line. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Mayfield looks to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Calais Campbell able to record his 5th sack of the season. And that sack there, that likely brings out the field goal unit, so they might have to settle for 3 here on their opening drive.
They did some nice things getting things started there, moving the ball downfield, but taking that sack on 3rd down, it lets the air out of the momentum balloon just a little bit.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Cam's throw going into the hands of Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. They'll get this out in a hurry to Parker. A gain of 6 there on first.
And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game of their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
From the red zone now, Newton rolling to his left. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. No score after 1 on EA Sports. First and goal from just inside the 5. Carson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On second and goal, Newton, touchdown. It's complete. Chris Carson with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield to throw it. And he fires one incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Escaping the pressure right. Now Mayfield lost the football, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it now.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Newton. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground.
Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Under pressure, they got him again.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
A good start to the drive here. That's caught out on the left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. That's swung out wide to Harris. That catch good for only a couple. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Here's a give to Mixon. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Throwing. Mayfield. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shaq Thompson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. Over the middle, complete. That's Carson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Baron Browning in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. He's got the tight end, Vanette, and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Off play action, Newton. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Now it's Carson. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Newton. He'll dump this down to Stevenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On first down, Carson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 51 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run here with Mack. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Chris Carson with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially. but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Mayfield off the play fake. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has three options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Mayfield on first down. To Mixon on the check down. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Here's Mayfield. Dumps it off to Mixon. Mixon hit, and oh, the ball is out. And the Jags grab it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a full race. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, and suddenly he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. The point after is good, and they open the lead up now to 25. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Room to run past midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. First down, Mayfield. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. 3 yards remain for second down. Mayfield down. And his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Bills on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Jags are going to get the football here at their own 23. And just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 70 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. To throw is Newton. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. This is Carson. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's brought down. Back. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come?
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marlon Mack, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. It's brought in by Harris. That catch good for only a couple. To throw again on second down. Mayfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. On first down, Carson. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Justin Rohrwasser now for the PAT. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Mayfield.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A first down throw for Mayfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Mayfield on play action. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Not much there, only a yard.
You think about the strong safety position. They're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Mayfield. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
109 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
They run it with Carson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the left side. It's Carson.
Ain't doing nothing.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. A big offensive explosion leading them to victory, and the defensive guys who said, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Jacksonville, they run their mark to 6-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the